Why would you want to risk?
I thought I'd win. So I saved $900,000.
Yeah, well, that's good.
This dunce saved me $900,000.
Would you have bet the $1 million? Or you talked him out of it?
I talked him out of it, but I wouldn't bet $1 million. That's crazy.
This is a lot of luck.
I can't imagine ever doing that.
He should have won, honestly. I lucked out so many times, and you start with $20,000 worth of chips that cost you $10,000 to get in the tournament.
When he says chips, he means
cash. Yeah, I'm so horrible at poker, by the way.
What's your game?
I don't like gambling because I just basically have always lost. I've never had a good experience with that. But
can I tell you the first time I ever gambled?
Yeah.
It was also the first time I ever drank.
Okay.
I was a shelter.
How old were you?
I think I was about 12 or 13, and I was a pretty shy lad. So I went to, it was downstairs in the basement of a church. They had a raffle. And so what you would do is you play pretend casino games, like blackjack and roulette and stuff, right, for pretend money.
Right.
And you buy, we gave them $20 and they'd give us about $10,000 in play money, and you play all the different games. I had the hottest goddamn night of my life. The night I have millions of dollars of play money. Right? My first time.
13?
Yeah, first time ever gambling. It wasn't real gambling.
Yeah, sure, but.
So they say, okay, now we're going to have an auction, and we'll auction off stuff.
All the money you made, you get to buy stuff at auction.
So I had a huge pile of money. Everyone's looking at me. And so then the auction is, but it's a church raffle, so the auction is, okay, they go, the first thing, it's some folding chairs, for your backyard. And I'm like, I don't want that, It's all for old people, like my Uncle Basil,
right,
who just turned 90, by the way. And
really?
So they would, I didn't need anything, because I was just a young kid, and these were all for old people. So then they said, our last thing, and I'm like, what? I haven't bid on anything, and I have all the money, right? They said, our last thing is this bottle of vodka.
Wow.
So I just said, I bid 100 trillion, whatever I had, right? So I got the vodka. And
they gave you the vodka at the church?
Yes,
they gave the 13-year-old the vodka?
Yeah, and I never, assumed.
What kind of church that gives the 13-year-old teach them to gamble and then give them vodka
Well,
afterwards?
I wasn't going to drink it. I was going to take it and give it to my father.
Right.
So I got it, and this guy goes, hey, can I have a drink of your vodka, Like it was sort of a party afterwards. And all of a sudden, I'm the big guy because I have the vodka. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll give you a drink, So I open the vodka and I give it to the guy. So the guy just takes a swill out of it, So I go, I'll take a taste. So I taste it, and I don't get drunk at all, right? And I'm like, and I always loved cowboy movies when I was a kid. And I always saw them they drink some liquor and go, and then go out and ride their horses.
Sure.
So I was like, I think I'm just like these cowboy dudes. This fucking shit doesn't affect me that much.
Right.
I'm a guy that can drink.
Yeah. Of course, you're 13. You're knocking it back like a cowboy.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to. Absolutely.
So then there's just glimpses. All of a sudden, I just black out where I just have little glimpses of what happened after that. Mm-hmm. But I remember the first thing was me going like this with the vodka, and the guy going, "Come on, give me some." And I go, "No." I won't give the guy any of my vodka.
Right.
Then the next came where I realized I was actually in a church atmosphere, and I ran away with my vodka into the streets. Yeah. And then the next was just whirling lights like in those movies where there'd be a car.
And this is probably, where is this, on Ogilvy Road?
Yeah, Ogilvy. Yeah, that's about it.
Was it on Ogilvy Road?
So then the next was me sleeping with my vodka under a tree. Then a nice Pakistani cab driver drove me all the way back to Bell's Corners, long way away.
Okay. I thought you.
And then
I thought you lived in the East End.
Yeah, I did, but this was a different time.
Okay.
And I go all the way to Bell's Corners. The guy was really nice to me, and but I didn't have any money, and I just gave him a bunch of the casino money from the chapel. That was the end of the night. He was like, "That's fine."
That's the first time I got drunk.
Yeah.
Was when I was also about 12. And I used to go down to the Queensway Odeon Theater, the drive-in on Shefford Road. And I'd go down there to get the empty beer bottles and return them. And I found a 6-pack of Schlitz and got wasted on a Sunday afternoon.
You just found it?
Yeah, people would toss their extra beers out and after they left the drive-in
Yeah.
because they didn't want to get busted for DUI or whatever. So there was always,
So you
turned
just
out,
got, so
a
you just
lot
got
of
drunk alone?
There was a lot of full. I was with a couple friends. It was our money-making scheme we had.
Well,
We'd
that's
go
good.
down there. We'd make $30 off empty bottles and drink some Schlitz and John Labatt's Classic. And so.
He drinks. This guy drinks. He drinks booze.
You want a beer, by the way? You want a Bud
I've got
Light?
one. I've got a Bud Light. They're great. I like the aluminum can.
Would you guys? I can go get a couple more Bud Lights. We have Patrick in Montreal here. I know he's in Montreal because I recognize him.
Really?
Actually,
Really?
What's up, Norm?
Patrick called in when Gene Simmons was on a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago,
Montreal.
and from Montreal, and he had everybody in the bar in Montreal with Kiss makeup on. He's
I
very
remember that.
into this. You saw that?
Yes.
Hey Patrick, you watch a lot of this stuff? Huh?
I watch a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Where did he go? Where did Patrick go? Oh wait.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, there he is. Yeah,
hey.
I got it here, Victor. I got
Wow.
it.
What's
Yeah,
that?
Patrick, what are you doing here? I'm going to go get a couple of Bud Lights out of the refrigerator.
I'm Wi-Fi and I'm Skyping you in, and the downstairs the Chateau de Sex is providing us, giving us free internet here.
Okay. Oh, outside in Montreal.
I'm speaking to Norm. How are you, Norm?
I'm good, man. I understood about 3 of those words.
Oh, you can't hear me well?
Can you turn him up a little bit, Victor?
No, I heard that. I couldn't understand what the words meant.
Okay.
He's outside
He
the
heard
strip
you.
club.
You
He's running a strip club.
The Chateau de Sex is providing my internet for me over here, my
This-
Wi-Fi connection.
There was a place in Montreal when I was there that was right on René Lévesque Boulevard, and I can't remember. It was near the Comedy Nest, but it was called the Le Cave de Sex, the Cave au Sex, the Cave of
Yeah, of
Sex.
course, I know that place.
Of course you know that place. Really, you do? Yeah, it was very funny. And in the front, there was a picture in the front. You know, they have the sexy ladies. So this was a strip club, but the picture in the front was just a Polaroid of 2 Vietnamese ladies in their robes, just sitting there with cigarettes, having a cigarette. So it wasn't very sexy.
Montreal has always been known for having some great.
Great strip clubs.
Strip
Yes,
clubs, right.
yes. Like, what's the famous one? Yeah. What's the famous one where all the world-class strippers go?
That's Wanda's.
Wanda's?
Wanda's doesn't sound like it.
No, that wasn't the one. Say some other one.
Not foo-foo. Patrick,
Sutra?
Patrick, why don't you say what it is that you wanted to say tonight?
Basically, I actually want to ask Norm. I've been an avid Saturday Night fan. I'm a big fan of yours. I've seen you with Family Network, all that shit, even the Norm Show. But I wanted to know is,
Like
do
when
you
they
still
say
watch Saturday Night Live?
I like when they say even.
I noticed it.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, even the
Even that.
Because usually people, they tell you they're big fans even though they're not.
But
what? I watch it all the time. I love Saturday Night Live.
What did you have a question about Saturday Night Live, Patrick? You've done a great
that's
job here. I want to say you've done a great job. You've got the camera on the street in Montreal.
Yeah,
Norm's
yeah.
Canadian. This is great. Now let's.
There's people around here everywhere.
Yeah, that's a better idea since you've gone to all that trouble. Just ask that question. You could have done in your basement like the last 8 people have.
Right.
There we
okay,
go.
now we've got
Let's
some-
let this guy ask
is
that
live.
question.
They've doubled.
Just the fact that I've seen all of Norm MacDonald's movies.
It's a guy in the street.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan. I go, we're from Quebec. Woohoo!
Yeah, baby, Quebec.
Now, Norm, you speak French, right?
Yeah, I speak French. Vive le Québec libre.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, that was cool.
He's got to fasten the headphones.
okay. It does amaze me that it actually is working to
Yeah.
a certain extent.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, it's
you
amazing.
can't really expect it to go
No.
as
Can't-
smooth
it
as
can't be
TV because
smooth.
we
It can't
don't
be as
know.
smooth as TV,
But it's, I mean, there's a guy there in Montreal. He's looking at us. Can
Yeah.
you see us?
No, well, yeah, I can see you if my buddy turns the laptop.
Okay. Hey, what's your name, sir? How you doing? And
My name's Guido. How you doing?
hey, Guido. How are you? I'm Tom. This is Norm MacDonald.
What's going on? Hey, Norm.
Hey.
Buddy.
We're sitting in my living room here in Los Angeles, and we're basically.